Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Dunbar Snack Bar. It's time for some more MLB The Show 20 gameplay, and we have got some Road to the Show with our man Roberto De La Rosa pitching for the Seattle Mariners against my Oakland A's. This is going to be a rough one because, going into this, obviously I want Roberto to win. I mean, I don't care that much going up against the A's, but because of the franchise mode that I've got with the Oakland A's, I know the types of bats that these guys have. And knowing that Roberto is new to the majors, his statistics and attributes, his statistics are pretty good, but the attributes that he has is kind of weak in some places. And I really feel like that the places where I'm weak is where the A's are pretty strong. So this could get out of hand pretty quickly. Starting things off, 3 pitches in, we're giving up the first hit. So per tradition, guys, there goes the perfect game. Yes, 3 pitches in. Anyway, but I'll be expecting some home runs and things like that. If I'm going to be getting the first loss, I figure it is going to come in this game. So don't be surprised if that ends up happening. I've seen some adjustments with the majors as far as how I'm pitching, but really not too much. With all the boosts that I had from the minor leagues to be able to get up to this point. Those boosts, like the relationships that I had with other people on the team. And then you also had the fact that that I was having a hot streak because of the success that I was having against some players who had some lower attributes. Things had gotten pretty good. But without that, I've had to be a lot more conservative with how I've been pitching and not just really trying to blow the pitches past a lot of these batters. But, you're seeing why. Like right here, Semien gets a good hit into right field. We've seen a couple of those. They've just been well-placed types of hits. Now going up against Matt Olson, I figure if we're going to be seeing a home run, it's going to come right here. But no, that's going to get me out of the inning. Not that bad. Give up a couple of hits, obviously, but only 12 pitches. It's not too bad. I'm expecting, again, the worst of things to happen today. So the pitch count, that could run up high pretty quickly. But 2 hits, give it up right there. We'll see what happens, though. Offense not getting anything done in the first inning. That's fine. Bats will wake up at some point, I anticipate. Anyway, hope you guys are all doing well. I know it's been a little bit. I had some technical difficulties with the PlayStation that I had to get figured out, especially with how it's configured to my computer. What I had been doing previously is I had it split between a computer that I could stream off of and then one that I would record with. Because one of the things that I've wanted to do, and there's really no way to do it except the way that I had figured out, was, oh my gosh, he's just floating there. But I wanted to have a PC setup that I could stream from and record from that's different, so that way I can put my audio through the streaming one if I was going to stream this game and then record without my voice. Because there hasn't been a way that I could find that you can record without one stream of audio, but that stream of audio is sent out for streaming purposes only. So that way I could just have the same type of content, but I could be talking over the stream and just not have it for the recording. But I've got a crazy setup underneath my desk with like a HDMI duplicator, and then it splits off at a couple points, and then I've got USB hubs as well that is attached to a switch, so that way my audio can go in a different location. It's crazy, and it causes so many problems. I'm gonna have to scrap it if I do end up streaming this, and I don't even know if any of you guys would even want to see me stream just like a game for fun every now and then. But I'm just gonna probably not turn it into a recording like I typically do, but we'll see. I don't know, let me know if you guys would ever be interested in me streaming one of these games or something, just for kicks. Because I'm at the point now that I'm in the majors, I think that if I go ahead with, I skip a game or a series or something like that, I don't think you guys are going to care that much, but yeah. So now that I have everything fixed, I can start recording again and we're good. So, my bad. I probably should have communicated that a little better. That's on me. Anyway, full count right here. I am really hoping that as I'm going up against Mitch Moreland, I don't put myself in a situation where I just throw a pitch that's going to be perfect for him to just destroy. But I know that I also run the risk of ball 4 coming my way with something just outside of the strike zone. Oh, so lucky he swung at that one. That would have been ball 4. I can imagine why you would not be happy if that were to happen. Just the frustration knowing if you would have been a little bit more patient, you probably would have first base all to yourself. That's okay. I will take the strikeout, obviously. Okay. Runner on first here, 2 outs. That's going to be a base hit. We're taking a lot of hits to the hitter over 9 inning attribute. I hope that's not something we're going to start to see diminish. Because then at that point, I really have to ask myself the question, is it better for me to just simulate until I get attributes that I think would be a little bit better? But seeing Roberto De La Rosa in season 9 or something like that would just be a weird jump, I think, to do. Well, Scotty's got a 10-game hitting streak, which that's cool that he's got that. I just wish it wasn't me that ended up getting him that awesome streak. Oh, well. Runners on first and second. Broken bat. I will go ahead and make the catch. Get a little bit of that fielding attribute gain. And again, we end the inning. Once again, we find ourselves 2 hits. But we've got 1 so far on offense. Let's keep going. Oh, we got a run too. Yay. Chad Pinder now at the plate. 2-1 count. Still going with the same mix of pitches here. I don't think that the computer has necessarily gone ahead and started to pick up on it. At least I don't find any real trends, except for the fact that my 2-seam fastball is still the most problematic pitch that I have. And that's the one that we're seeing the most hits off of. But I don't want to just go ahead and give that one up. I mean, it's my number 2 pitch. Maybe I need to get some more velocity behind it. I don't know. But whatever I need to do, I got to work on that to try and get that to be a more solid pitch. That way I really do have 3 that I can go to at any time. Because the 2 that I go with heavily, as you guys have noticed, and by the process of elimination it would be easy to find out, is the 4-seam fastball and the 12-6 curve, because those ones have just worked so well. And I think it's even getting worse too. The disparity between the pitches, like what works well and what doesn't, because I keep relying on those pitches. It's like they keep getting better, and then there's an increased gap between what's good and not good, and so the 2-seamer almost feels like it's getting worse because the other pitches are getting better, if that makes sense. I think I might have explained that in a way that was way too complicated. So what does matter, strikeout. It's crazy we've only got 2. Usually I have more at this point, especially starting off early on in the game. That seems to be where my strength is, and then I obviously decrease in effectiveness over time, and that makes sense. As your energy goes down, it's harder to keep pitches where you want it to be, and then confidence usually starts to come along with that too. I just can't wait till I have the relationship with the team to where that confidence reduction actually decreases. So that way, as I do things well, that keeps growing, but if I do something wrong, it decreases less, and so the general trend is more upwards because I don't have as much holding me back. 1-2 count now to Simeon. Remember, he had that hit earlier on in the game. Every inning, though, the A's have had somebody on base. That is something I do not like for me here, because at some point that's going to come back and bite me in the butt. But the strikeout gets it done, and now with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning, I'm hoping we can get the next out pretty easily. And then we'll also continue the streak of not only having the A's get on base every inning, but them not producing a run. I would love it. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say I would love it, but never mind. I was going to say, it'd be great if they had a whole bunch of runners left on base. Matt Olson, not a surprise with the home run. Like I was saying, a lot of these guys have got some great bats, some real power. I know that they can hit pretty well. Not surprised that this happened right here. Now, that should make it a 2-1 game, which means I could be getting the loss. Expect it, guys. I feel like it's coming. Whew. I feel like he was a lot more early on that one than it showed, but, it's not like I'm going to be expecting a perfect animation right there. I actually should look to see how the wind is impacting the game too. That's something I've started to do a lot more, especially in franchise mode, just to kind of explain one of the reasons why I'm getting the amount of home runs that I am, is I really do see a big difference between when I have the wind and when I'm going up against the wind, or the ball's going up against the wind, and how quickly that ball slows up. All right. Still 2-1. Here I was hoping the bottom of the 3rd would produce some really epic offense, but the Mariners just all across the board have some real needs of some good position players. I mean, just players all around. I mean, there's a reason why the Mariners have got a pretty low record in the game. Just a lot of the players, you're not going to find too many prime people on the team. I mean, that's the way I'll kind of put it. But dang it, Mitch Moreland, you're supposed to strike out on a nasty pitch again. But yeah, so I don't have too high of hopes. Fortunately, double play, 6-4-3, and we are good. Gosh, 7 hits. I guess I'm happy, though, that only 2 runs have come out of that here. But already I'm getting pulled. Wow. I am genuinely surprised. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't doing that great, but I'm going to be taken out here in the 5th inning. Oh, hey. Well, with us getting the win here, that means I don't get the loss. It's a no decision, which I will take that. But anyway, it's a pretty short episode here, but I hope you guys still enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did watch this all the way through, thank you. Comment the word shorty in the comment section below so I know you made it through this shorter episode. Also, like the video if you enjoyed what you saw. Subscribe, hit the bell icon. You guys have heard that from plenty of other YouTubers, so you know why to do that. If you want to support me, Patreon is in the description below. It's a great way to help me out, help this channel to grow. I got some plans on what I want to do with that. But anyway, that is it for this episode. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, I hope you guys have a good one.